Hello, Red Brick Productions here with another LEGO review, and I know it's a little hard to see, but this is the LEGO Minecraft The Deep Dark Battle Set. The set numbers 2, 1, 2, 4, 6. It has 584 pieces, 2 minifigures, and the Warden. And without further ado, let's take a look at the figures and the Warden. Here is the LEGO Warden, and this is really tall. Here's it compared to a regular minifigure. Yeah, it's really tall. And this is a really good build for a Warden too, considering how much articulation it has, which I think is what really brings this to life. Of course, you have waist articulation, which the hips can move. You have legs, which can move up and down. You have arms on little mini ball joints, so these can go all the way around, and then the head on a ball joint, so it can look like this. Now, this is really cool. So the reason why I think this really works is because of the amount of poses that you can get. You can get one where the Warden has its arms back and its head up and it's roaring at someone. You can get it to pick up figures and throw them. You can make it lean back, twist all around, and just be all janky. You know, when the Warden was revealed, it was all over the place, you know, like in terms of its body movement. And I think this LEGO version of it captures how the Warden can move perfectly, and I see very little issues with the movement, and I think this is probably the best they could have done for movement and just articulation. It's really well made, and I'm actually really impressed with how they were able to capture that as well with good colors, no like weird color showing. And then there's the back. The only really issue I have with it are these horns, or I don't even know what these are called, but I feel like if you ever seen Cheesy Studios' video of the Warden Deep Dark Minecraft build that he did a really good job of capturing that, and I think these are just a little too big, but you know, that's a simple modification, and either way, it's not that it looks bad, it just, I feel like there are maybe ways that it could have looked a little better, but maybe with the pieces and what they had to do to compromise, I think it's fine. This is a print, this is the same print just flipped upside down, and the face is a print. Those all look really good, and overall, this is an amazing figure. Our first minifigure, we have the Netherite Knight, and this figure is really cool with full Netherite armor. But yeah, we've already seen the Netherite armor. You get a Netherite sword and then a shield, so let's take it off. With all the armor taken off, and it looks really good. This is a reuse of a torso print that came in Minecraft Dungeon set on this minifigure. You can see it's pretty much the same. But I really like the face printing, which is exclusive. It has a really cool silver metallic printing right there. And overall, a really good figure. Here is the Arbalest Knight, and this figure is exclusive, which looks really cool. We get an appearance of an enchanted hoe, which is awesome. I'm glad that we are starting to get Minecraft hoes in LEGO sets, because we haven't gotten those until this wave, so that's really cool. And to get an enchanted one in the set is nice. You also have an enchanted crossbow, and the printing on this figure actually looks really good. It looks a little pale, but I think that is just the lighting. You know, if it looks fine in person. The back torso printing is good, and overall, this is a really cool figure to get. So now that we've taken a look at the figures and the Warden, this is the Ancient City build. This is the only build that you get, and it is really good for its build. There's obviously a lot of flat area, and it's supposed to represent an ancient city, so I think the flat area actually looks really good. And you have a lot of different skulk stuff. So you got I believe a skulk catalyst, which this is what produces skulk when something dies. The dark blue represents the skulk, and then you also get these like cool little pattern designs, which are all on the floor, where they'll use different colored dots and these like corner pizza tiles. You also have a skulk Shrieker, which has a new print in there and uses the shulker box piece. That is really cool, and I think this turned out really well. So that you have that, and then of course you have the Skulk Sensor, which is that new redstone type build. And this, I mean, it's fine. I feel like, I'm trying to think, it looks weird to me. I don't necessarily like it. However, I don't know how LEGO could have done it better. So I don't know how I feel on this one. I think it's good, but you know, I feel like it could be better, but I don't know how they do it. Anyway, you can see there's skulk all on the ground. There's actually this whole front part over here where there's even more skulk. And they, again, use these little tiles and pizza tiles to represent more skulk. So over here we have like a miniature version of that portal, which is I believe is in the ancient cities, and they do use some pretty cool building techniques. You got some soul torches. There's a soul torch right here. Lots of candles throughout this build. I don't know how many you get, but you get a lot of those candle pieces. So that is awesome. Over here, we have a chest. We'll take a look at the inside of that later. And then, of course, you have like the main kind of like tower build that looks like a shrine with the blue flames and the candles. But there is actually a play feature integrated with that. So let's take a look. See, there's a knob right here. And if you twist that, this goes up. So when you place the warden on it, to set off the skulk shriekers too many times, the warden gets summoned, which is a really cool play feature. I know you can't see it at the top, but the warden just summons at the very top and it looms over this entire build. And I think that's a really cool play feature, actually. And so it works smoothly. And yeah, it's just overall a good play feature. There's one other play feature of this set, so let's take a look at that. Here we have this tower. There's also just a skeleton head and a block of TNT. And basically, you can either have the warden knock this over, the TNT blow it up, but if you press down this right here, the whole tower just collapses because these are built using studs not on top techniques to just basically sit on top of the studs. So these are not connected in any way, shape, or form, which is a little bit annoying because they do tend to fall over and they're a little annoying to put back. This isn't even connected either. It just sits on top of this tower and it's super loose. And so when carrying this does fall over a lot. So you want to be careful. But other than that, I'll show you what's inside the chest, but then that's really it for the build. There's just a lot of space here, which is good for displaying your minifigures to explore the deep dark. You have lots of playroom, which is awesome for this set, and I think they made some good compromises. But let's take a look at the inside of the chest. Inside the chest here, we have some white little tiles, which I think represent snowballs, so that you can distract the warden, because you do find those in ancient city chests. You have a bone. And then you have this potion here, which I don't know what potion this is. Maybe a potion of healing. But yeah, that's it for what's inside, the contents inside this chest. Now let's take a look at the packaging and my final verdict. For the instruction manual, it's basically a new one. I did notice a little mistake though. They printed the tile on here as the same one in the Skulk Shriekers. That's not how it is in the actual set. But, and throughout the instruction booklet, that's not how it is. Anyway, of course it tells you how to build the set. Let's just skip to the end. Shows the set all built up. I love how the warden is like actually sprinting on the top there. I think that's really funny. You have an ad for all the new Minecraft sets. Super cool. I did buy all of these except for that panda one. I'm going to, but not right now. We got the piece count and then the win. So that's it for the instructions. Now let's take a look at these leftover pieces. And I will say there are very few, just a lot of studs and little 1x1 pieces. So yeah, super cool. I do like getting that yellow Technic piece. But now let's take a look at the new Minecraft box. And I actually hate these. Like, well, I don't hate them, but the new graphic design is awful. Like, if you look back there, they're not even, like, detailed. It doesn't look like Minecraft. These are just basic shades. And I liked it when they actually had the Minecraft in the background, which is kind of cool. It showed the actual game. And there's a look at the warden. See, they did a really good job capturing it. I do think using, like, the blue feathers maybe would have worked. I know that's what the Cheesy Studios did. But, yeah, they just look a little bit too long. On the back, it doesn't show much because there's really only 2 play features in the set. And then that's the set. Yeah, overall, pretty cool. I just don't like the new background graphic design. It seems just a little lazy. I liked when they included snippet of the Minecraft world. We've taken a look at everything individually. It's time for my final verdict. And overall, I actually really love this set. I think it does a really great job of showing what an ancient city looks like. I think it includes a lot of really good things. I like the new prints that they made for both the Warden and the Skulk Shriekers. I think those are both really good. And the minifigures are great. I have no issues with them. I think they're both really cool. And again, not an Alex and Steve, so not complaining. I do like getting that enchanted hoe. I mean, there's a lot of really good stuff in the set, including the Warden. The Warden is definitely the standout and one of the best Minecraft mobs I think they've made. It's hands down amazing with its articulation, just with the amount of posability and just kind of the weird movements that the Warden has. It totally captures that perfectly, and I just love how that works. And I think the Minecraft designer did an incredible job with the Warden. Now let's talk about price. This set is $70. And that's the only part I don't like about this set, because a lot of the things that I don't really like are, you know, not bad. So $70 is a lot. And the reason why I say that, there's 500 something pieces. I don't have the box next to me. 540 something pieces, which if you want to look at price price per part ratio, don't, because there's so many 1x1s in the set. It just totally skews it up because of all the little details, and I appreciate the little details, but don't look at the parts to per price ratio or whatever. I do think there's a lot of good structure, and it does feel like I have a lot here. $70 is a lot. I would charge $60 at most for this. I would say $55 is where it should be, which is a lot over. So if you can find this on sale, definitely try to. But, I don't expect this going on sale, I think, or at least not for a while. So if you really want this Warden, definitely save up, because it is a good set, and you'll definitely feel like you aren't ripped off. But it definitely would have been nice if it was a little cheaper. Overall, this is a really good set. Just wish it was a little bit cheaper, and maybe they could have fixed up the Warden's little antlers a bit. Antlers, antennas, I don't know what you call them. The little sticking out things. So, yeah. Anyway, that's really it for this video. I hope you guys liked this video and this review, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It would mean a lot. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts about the set in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Bye.